Okay, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope everyone is okay. Groll Daddy, good morning. How you doing, bud? So, we've had some news this morning, a little bit of a spike there, and we've got some coming up in just over 30 minutes. So, I have taken a trade, as you can see. There is 2 legs down. It actually looks a bit better on the... I'll show you on the 1,000 tick chart. So, I took a trade... that one there, we had that leg up. It is actually a second entry to the count, but we had a perfect 2 legs down and a bullish bar. It wasn't a massive bar; it was 1.5 points. So I expected it to at least retest these highs, but what I expected it to do was stop out that. So I just took a point. I thought, there is an element of risk to it, but that was quite a positive bit of news eventually, which sent it up. So I expected it to retest the highs. We've actually broken up. It did look like we were slowly working our way up, but I just took a point. But that's the 1,000 tick chart. You can clearly see 2 legs down, and it's a second entry long. Started to slow down there. You got a few bars there and a bullish bar, so I took it and I got out just at the EMA, so I took that on there. It actually doesn't look terrible on here, same sort of thing. It's sort of leg down, bit of sideways, leg down, bullish bar, relatively bullish, and clearly went it well. I took it for a point on the 1,000 tick chart, but it actually went up for I think about 5 and 3/4 points just to the highs. But I've just been looking, just trying to work out what's going on, and we got a leg up there and 2 attempts to go lower, so I thought that might be where it moves up, and obviously your stop would have still been intact there, and it eventually pushed up and out the top, but it's popped straight back in. So I thought 1 leg, 2 leg, and then we may get something else. But in all fairness, if I just move this out the way, there could be the start of maybe a spike and channel there. If you look at that, touch, and it looks pretty good there. So if it does continue on, then there may be some kind of a bigger channel maybe starting there. It depends. But it is struggling to get above there. It managed to break above it, but it pulled straight back. So I'm not sure about that one. But you'll be glad to know we got not the discount I thought we would have, but it's a discount nonetheless. It's 80%. I don't know whether Apex are getting a bit tight or what. I don't know. But I'm really surprised we didn't get the 90%. And I'm surprised they waited that long to give us even the 80%. But I suppose you got to take what you can get, haven't you? But I got to say, as you guys know, I have a code and I get some dollars from discounts. And the amount I got this month was 2/3 of what I normally get. And I think the reason is that because obviously people are not going to spend 50% off. So if I only got that, Apex will be as well. So they won't have made much money on evaluations this month. Which is why I'm surprised they left it so late. But I don't know. Who knows? So there it is. So we got 80% off until the 12th. So it's better than a kick in the teeth, so they say. But it is there. My code's down there, UKFT. If you use it, it's appreciated. But I certainly wouldn't pay any more than 80%. I'll pay 8%, as you can see. I did one earlier and I took a trade earlier, or a couple of trades earlier on an evaluation. But I'm not paying any more than 8% is my limit. I'm not paying any more, and I suggest none of you guys do the same. I get a discount, but I'd rather you save your money and just wait for the decent discounts, because trading is expensive enough as it is, and while we're learning and we're making mistakes, you want to keep them spends to a minimum. So my suggestion is only take the 80-90% and stay away from the 50s. Now I'll say that because you're my guys, really. You watch me, you support me, so I'd rather you spend as little as possible. Because, okay, market is open. So, as you know now, I'll say hello quickly. As you know, I just now delete the comments, or what's the word I'm looking for? Disable the comments through the trading period, which I think is a good idea. I felt a little bit clearer the last couple of days. you can get mixed feelings on trades when you're getting lots of different opinions. You know what I mean? If you've got 10 people telling you different things, you don't know what the hell you're doing. So I'm going to disable them in a minute, but I think it's a nice idea just to say hello to everybody. And I hope you all have a good day. I'll get the comments back on later if I can. I think I can. And then we'll just say our goodbyes, ready for the weekend. Now, it is Labour weekend, no trading on Monday. Well, I believe the markets are open till midday on Monday. But I'm assuming volume's going to be very, very slow, next to nothing, quite possibly. So I would probably expect it to be a little bit low today, although it started off moving quite quickly. So who knows? So we'll give it a crack anyway. But I do expect it to fizzle out at some point. So, Roll Daddy, how you doing? How you doing, what? Rodian, how are you? It's about time for your bed, son. Chris, how you doing, buddy? NC, hello. Exponential, how you doing, bud? Michael B, good morning. Sam Hyle. So hello to everyone. Good luck today. Hopefully, it does look like it's eventually going to break out. It looks like that. Whether it will or not, I don't know. But we've tried once and we came back in. So maybe once we get above here, we might do. And there may be some form of a larger channel working up. It's possible. Leg up, sideways, leg up. Usually when it goes sideways, it'll go from the top corner of a channel to the bottom corner of a channel before it moves up. So I think it's going to push up pretty soon. I don't know how wide this channel is, but if it is a channel at all, but I think it is. We'll see anyway. So good luck, gents. Let me see if I can work out how to do this now. I did it yesterday. Customization. Save. Okay, brilliant. That's got rid of the comments. I know how to get rid of mine, I know how to get them back. So it does keep my head clear, I got to say, and hopefully it will help you guys as well. So let's get on with it. Let's see how we get on there. But we are going sideways at the moment. But there is some news coming. ISM manufacturing, which is in about it's just over 25 minutes. So just be aware of that. I can't remember now. I should know by now what type of effect, but you never quite know. There are some, obviously the NFP, that usually does something, and it did. We had a bar of about 6 points there. So it does make you wonder how these things work. Initially, it went from there and dropped, and then pushed up and spiked up and started to move up. So sometimes it doesn't matter really where you put your order. If you want to try and trade the news, it doesn't seem to matter whether you go long or short. It seems to spike up in either direction. So anyway, let's see how we get on today. But I'm up a point. Took a point earlier, that one. It actually looked better. It was 2 clearer legs on the 1,000-tick chart, and a relatively 1.5 bar. So I took it and it worked. Just took it for a point. I wanted to get out before the EMA on the 1,000-tick chart. So let's just keep an eye on there. But I do expect this to push up at some point. It's probably a bigger channel. I want to say probably, possibly. So whether it's something like that. And as we know, a lot of the times we'll go up in a leg, we'll go sideways until we get somewhere nice, somewhere positive, and then we'll start working up again for leg number 2. So that's the first time we've managed to break above this line. Sorry, to close above this line, and immediately we've pulled back in. So I don't expect that to last. I still think it's going to push up. We may get a bit of a retest, but then I think it's going to push up again. Funnily enough, it's closed right on our line, so let's see what happens here. I'm hoping this is going to push up bullish and okay. Maybe not. Maybe something like that. Who knows? Let's get rid of it for now anyway. But I'm guessing it's going to be something like that a lot of the times. It usually is, but it may not be. It could be just it could be just a range, and it may come back, come back down, back inside the range properly. So 1st of September, we've actually had an awful summer here in the UK, and we've had an average temperature of about 20 to 22 degrees. It's been absolutely appalling. And this last week, now we've hit September, it's going to be nice. We've got about 26 degrees every day, so it's been. And you go a couple of miles south in Europe, and they've been battered by ridiculously high temperatures. So it just goes to show slight shift in the jet stream, and it makes all the difference. But we've got a pool in the garden, not a big one. It's just one of those 12-foot Intex sort of steel frame things. We've not been in it. We went in it once in beginning of June, and it's just been too cold ever since then. Go figure. But last year we had record high temperatures. We hit 42 degrees centigrade, which was about 4 degrees higher than the UK's ever had. But I think we've got a week of warm weather, and then I dare say we'll be starting to get maybe the odd frost. So it's a shame. Okay, so forget the idea about continuing up. That doesn't look like it's going to happen now. So, top to bottom, I'd expect a break soon. Usually comes in about 50% of that initial push. Now, 50% you'd think would be the main the midline, which it may be, but I don't know whether you would include that extra, so it may come down a touch more. But I expect a break around here, and there is clearly some congestion there, and usually if you get it there, there's a good chance you're going to get it somewhere else in that sort of bandwidth, if you like. Okay, let's see what happens here. We may get a trap here. Okay, so channel down there, break new low and bouncing off this this midline. So let's see what happens. Okay, so there's around about 50% of that from top to bottom. So whether it'll push through it or not, or keep coming up, or keep coming down, I don't know. Yeah, we're past that 50% now. Possible. Other channel, push down, a little bit of sideways. Possible. Another leg down. Okay, keep it in mind that this news is on the way. It's possible there's maybe a spike in a channel here. Not sure about that. So it looks we've got the start of a. That's about as range as you can get, really. At least we had some nice swings there, but that just wasn't brilliant, was it? That was about the nicest day we've had for a long time. It is nice when you get these. There wasn't a huge amount of setups, but it's certainly a bit more refreshing to see something like that. What's that doing down there? Okay. Okay, so try to go once, try to go twice, maybe get a triple test. Just keep an eye on that news. It's in 15 minutes. Okay, just in case we got any new faces or anybody's missed it for a couple of days, I now disable the comments just through the trading period. So I keep them on for the first 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, just to have a little chat with everyone. And then I disable it. You get much clearer head when you're not sort of, getting lots of different ideas and lots of different comments. And then I put it on for about the last 10 minutes, just to have a bit of a catch up. It's just better for everyone. You get a clearer head. Everyone can focus a bit better. Be nice to get a bit of a push up and then maybe have another test up here. Okay, leg, a little bit of sideways at a slight angle plus another leg. Okay, looks like the start of a channel. Touch once, touch twice. Close enough to count that as a third time, but as nice as it is to possibly have the start of one, we've got that news coming up in 10 minutes. And obviously we've got the bottom of this. You don't know whether we are going to continue down or whether we're going to hit this bottom and continue to range like we did yesterday. It was just a bit of an awful day yesterday. Quite choppy. I think I got a trade yesterday, or did I? No, I got nothing. I didn't take a trade yesterday, actually. I think I took a trade and got out for a couple of ticks, I think, in the end. But yeah, it's a pretty hard trade, that. It was really trading in just sort of tight area. It's so hard. I don't know what happened after I finished. Yeah, it's so much chop and just no setups, really, I don't think. But it's all working in quite a tight range. Okay, so this looks like it may be a leg. And another leg which should take us around about to these, well, right to these lows, actually. Okay, so we've had this push down, excuse me, a little bit of work in here, then a push up. We seem to be working in this top tier. So whether we're going to continue down or not, I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, that news is fastly approaching 9 minutes, so you got to be careful. Okay, so that channel does look like it's working. Push down, a couple of times up, push up, and now we're working in this top tier. So far, so good. Maybe a second entry short here. It'll be the first time we've had a trade right at the news. Leg up, leg up. Okay, if that finishes bearish, it's not a terrible trade, actually. The trouble is we've got that news in about 8 minutes. So you just got to be super careful. Yeah, it's not finished right anyway, in all fairness. Okay, so maybe there is a spike in a channel. That's possible. I don't know. I think obviously the overall for me at the moment is ranging. So if this finishes bearish, I think that's an okay trade. The downside to it, we got the news. A second entry long if it finishes bearish. It's not really. It's it's more neutral really, or close to neutral. But if we have got a spike in channel 1, 2, 3, it's clearly struggling a bit. So I'd expect that to come down. There's not really a setup. In all fairness, it's not terrible on the 1,000 tick chart, but it is above the EMA, so it's just one of those things, isn't it? Really, I do expect it to come down, but we've got that new. There's no real setup. We've got the news, so actually, this looks like a trap. I'd say now. Didn't finish bearish anyway, so I can't see how many would have taken that trade, but that looks like it's trying to push above it. Yeah, it has done. Same again, not a terrible place to take a trade. If it breaks below here, because there was a failed second entry long there, so that may have taken some traders. They got trapped, they're going short. But if you look, it's starting to get a bit sideways, and it's quite probably... It's sideways a little bit and starting to get a little bit bouncy and a bit wicky. So we've got that news coming up in 4.5 minutes, 5.5 minutes, sorry. So you're just not sure what's going to go on here. But there's some traps. You may have gone short there, which have been triggered and stopped out. You may have gone short there, which have been triggered. You may get stopped out. You may have taken a failed second entry long there, which is triggered, and you're okay at the moment. So there's definitely a few traps here. But it does look like that there's a little channel working up there. So it's hard to know what it's going to do here. We're starting to get these wicks either side, and sometimes they can indicate that there are bunches of traps. There is a failed second entry short there which triggered and nearly came down, and that's finished quite bullish actually. So it's hard to say, but I'd say well, it's going up now anyway, but the failure I think would have been the better trade. Then that higher low would have been better still. Still trapped any possible shorts, but how far it'll go I don't know. That midline is, excuse me, that midline is clearly being used to support resistance. You can see it there, you can see it there, you can see it there. So I don't know whether it'll get far before it comes down. So that news now is in just under 4 minutes. So careful if you're in a trade here, because if it shoots up or down, it could kill you. But Yeah, see, the trouble is, depends how you look at that. You know, I had it like that initially, in which case, if it is like that, and it kind of fits fine, it's a break, you'd expect a new low. Because we haven't come, you know, there's plenty of area down in which we can come to. But the trouble is, when we get days like this, sometimes, and especially lately, I mean, Mac was talking about it, range days where every time they come up, they're just hitting different parts. You know, yesterday was so hard to train. We're up here, we're here, we're here, we're here. Look at the bottoms, down here, up there, down here, up here, down here. It's all over the place. There's no sort of stability there. There's no area you can say, okay, I mean, if we're pushing up and we're closing at the more or less the same place every time, it's relatively straightforward that if it's turning there, then at least you've got a bit of a picture. But it's just, you know, who knows? So I'm just going to stuff that right there. So leg down, break, new low, push up, continue down. So whether there was something bigger there, who knows? Okay, so ideally you don't want to be in a trade now. Maybe a triple test. It is a triple test. It's a bit unfortunate because we've got this news in a minute and a half. So, little channel there, touch, kind of works nice. Overshoot, what happens over overshoot? In a lot of cases, we end up having a reversal. So, I think this is going to come back from here. You could say a triple test. I like them when they're there, really, but I don't take a massive amount of them, so they're not my strongest skill, put it that way. But we have attempted to push up 3 times, and that is an overshoot, so I would have said it's more likely to come down. But we have got that news, and in all fairness, it could go blood anywhere. That news is less than a minute now, but... An overshoot in most cases results in a reversal. So then would mean coming down. We've made 3 attempts to push higher. So triple test, although once again not my strong point. So I tend to leave them alone a bit. But who knows? News coming up. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so that's what I would call a better triple test bar. Let's see what happens there. So the way that's looking, 3 pushes up, I'd expect it now to come down to this level. Whether we come down and see this leg down or not, who knows? At least if it does come down here, at least it'll have hit this a few times. So if you did take that one, it stopped you out by 1 tick, dropped like a stone. Look at that. It's frustrating, isn't it? But I think the news would have kept you out of that anyway. Okay, I think we can kill that now. Market's slowed down a bit now, so. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 touches up here, or close to it, and a couple at the bottom. So at least for now, it looks like we're ranging in this area. How long that lasts, how long that lasts, I don't know. Three. There is a lower high on the 1,000 tick chart, but it's just too congested around here. So we got a leg down, 2 attempts to go higher. This may be an area where the penguin guy, I don't think the penguin guy posted a channel, a video for yesterday. I've been having a look, couldn't see one. So leg down, excuse me, sorry, couple of attempts to go high. It's gone a bit too high for that now, I think. Fail break out of this. Might not be bad. I tend to not take them at the moment, so I'm staying out, although I think you'd have got 2 points out of it. Yeah, you would have done. Just not a fan of these. I don't tend to have a lot of luck with them, in all fairness. I made a quick 2 points anyway. No argument there. Yeah, easily. There's your 2 points. So comfortably did that. I wouldn't be shocked if this comes right down either. 1, 2, 3, maybe a triple test. 1, 2, 3 off the midline. 1, 2, 3. Who knows? Okay, lower high, possible. Target once, or twice, possible failure, trap. I don't know, it's struggling to break below the midline, so I think the safest bet is to stay out at the moment. It's a little bit sidewaysy. Okay, there's a failed second entry short on the 1,000 tick chart, which kind of doesn't look that bad, but I'm staying out of it at the moment because it's still a bit sideways. Obviously, imagine these 3 bars times 3 times 2. So it's a bit choppy around here. Okay, it's good for a couple of points, but it's just a bit congested. Let me have a look. 0.5 you'd have got. It's certainly trying to push higher. We've struggled to get below this line here, and we've pushed out, we've come back in, but we still haven't. We're sat above the EMA at the moment. EMA's got a bit of an upward tilt, and we have struggled multiple times, 1, 2, 3 times at least, to get below that middle line, and it's having none of it. So I think it's likely to push up. If we get above there, there's probably going to be some stops there, thinking we got a leg down and maybe something else, I don't know. But if we can push up above there, then I don't know, we may revisit up here somewhere. New high, trigger 1, trigger twice, possible fail, second entry long. I don't know. For me, it's looking bullish at the moment. There we go. Once we get above there, I'd say it's going to continue on up. Or not. Yeah, I'm not too concerned with that. Those nice, quite small bars. I'm expecting that to push on up. A lot of the times when we break above these area stops, we do pull back because people take profits. You know, you may, if you're coming in here, you may take your profit because if you think that's going to get taken out, so you may take your profit at that line, and obviously that may cause then that little bit of a pullback. And as that's coming back, I dare say people are jumping out, panicking, aren't they? And then all of a sudden, look what happens. It goes over and it didn't get much more bullish. So, you know, a lot of times if I was going to take something here, and I think if it breaks above if I think that's the target, in a lot of cases the market will push up until it breaks above there. And then obviously there it did, and then it just turned quickly. Because obviously people are going to be taking profits above that stop because there's going to be some stops there, and that's what happened. We pull back, so then you've got other people going, wow, it's coming back down, let's get out of it, and all of a sudden up it goes again. But so I expect the market to get somewhere to this area here. So we got a leg up, pull back, and another leg up. I expect to get up here somewhere. Whether we'll get to the top or what, no idea. Okay, that looks like a 2-tier channel push up. In that first tier, drop down, working in this second tier. So we touched here, and we touch it multiple times along there, so that's good enough for me. And same on the top side of it. So, let's let's put that there and bring this back to there. So we're touching along there, you can see that, and the top side looks pretty decent as well. So it does like it's working in this sort of two-tier channel at the moment. So let's see what happens. But there is a bit of resistance there, so that might make it break. Oh. Okay, still working in this tier. That's my target. Whether we get higher, it's possible. Okay, I'd expect a break here. Just can't see it getting all that way up in one go. As I mentioned, there is a load of congestion here, so it is possible we get some here. So if we can get a couple of legs back, maybe an opportunity there. So I'm happy about this. We touched here. I mean, officially, if you say we touched there, perfect touch there, perfect touch there. But obviously you can see 1, 2, that one, perfect touch, perfect touch. So as far as I'm concerned, it's working along there fine. And same in that top. So it's clearly a two-tiered channel for me. But I would like to see it push up and hit this measured leg. Let me have a look. Okay, so let's have a look. So leg, possible leg. What I like as well, let me just have a look at this. So there's multiple. I can see one leg there and another leg up there, which would take us to here. I can see one leg there, 2 legs of correction and another leg. If this finishes bullish, I'm going to take this.
Order submitted.
Oh dear me. No, let's leave that now. It's gone too far anyway, but leg. This is where I can see it getting to, but this area first. So we've got a leg down and a break and another leg with a bullish bar. But EMA is a bit flat. What is that? 5, 6, 7. It's 1.75 points. That's it. It's a bit risky. Now, there might be a failed second entry long trap. If this triggers and then pushes up, I'll take this as a higher low, as long as it doesn't. It's obviously going to have room to trigger without stopping that out. Let's put that there. Try it once, try it twice, maybe not, actually. Okay, there's a higher low.
Order
There's
filled.
a higher low on the 1,000 tick chart, which I'm going to take. I'm going to give it the extra tick here. This is going to take me out, isn't it? Yeah, I made a mistake here. Yeah, I've been trapped here. I might try and get out of this if it'll let me. Oh dear. 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 Come on, let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Come on. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. It's going a bit sideways here, so hopefully it might let me out. Come on. I don't mind losing a tick.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm out for... Oh, a tick. Okay, that's fine. I'm out for a tick. It looks like it's actually working now. Frustratingly enough. There is a
order
higher low
filled.
on the... Okay. Nicey. Let me just take a point here. There is a nice higher low on the 1,000 tick chart. I'm just going to take a point if it'll give me it. Seven, 8, 9. No, trap that, no, push up. No, I've made a mistake.
Order filled.
Oh dear. Okay, so not the world's worst loss in one day. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Why did that happen now? Yeah, okay, so I'm done for the day, folks. That's my one loss. That way I keep safe. So down 225 plus fees. So that's it, folks. So my one loss, and that is it. I'm done. So that's it for today. I'll be back on Tuesday. So have a great weekend. And I will see you on Tuesday.